MIDI data in real time, using ReGroove, one of the oldest and often most overlooked devices in Reason. So let's turn our attention back to the track list. We've already recovered recording, alt takes and dubs, and you may have noticed that each note lane has this little dash symbol, and this is an unassigned groove slot. If you click it, you'll see that we can choose from one of 32 grooves in 4 banks of 8. So let's try applying groove channel A1 to the clap lane on this sequence. Now on the transport, I can press the groove button. Again, I have 8 grooves in 4 banks. So for example, on channel A1, I could slide the notes backwards or forwards in time. This is super useful for offsetting claps or snares from kicks when used in combination with dub lanes. And separating drum hits like this, even by small amounts, can often make them pop out in a mix way more than simply applying EQ or level boosting, as you're allowing space for each transient or hit to take place. You can also use groove channels to apply a custom amount of shuffle. So let's assign groove channel A2 to the rest of the kit, and then use the shuffle control on channel A2 in the ReGroove mixer. You can set different amounts of shuffle per channel, or assign them to a global shuffle with the global shuffle button. The large slider will control the strength of the groove preset, blended between the original recorded MIDI and the groove, which we'll take a look at shortly. Pre-align is also really useful, as it basically applies non-destructive quantize to unquantized notes. So for example, let's turn quantize record off, make sure that we're on the note lane for the kit, and then just record in an unquantized drum groove. Now let's check out what happens when I press pre-align. This allows you to apply things like shuffle, slide or groove presets to unquantized MIDI but have predictable results, and also allows you to apply a more rigid quantized feel without applying it permanently to your playing. It is limited to 16th notes though. Anything faster, like 32nd notes, will simply be pre-aligned to a 16th note grid. ReGroove can also capture the groove from your playing. So as an example, I'm just going to set my locators to 2 bars. I make sure that quantize record is off. And then on my kit note lane, I'm just going to record in a simple snare pattern to get a sort of 16th shuffle feel. And we'll just bypass the groove channel temporarily so we can hear what that sounds like. So now let's take an unused groove channel such as A3 and press Edit. And this will open up the tool window and take us to the Groove Settings tab. Now with the MIDI clip selected, I can choose Get from Clip. And you see that this has now been stored as user 1. More on that in a moment. Now let's delete this MIDI clip, go back to our main beat, and this time set the groove channel for the kit to A3 user 1, and then re-enable it. So now the groove, timing and feel from my playing is being applied to this pre-recorded MIDI, and I can use the slider here to adjust the strength of that effect. I can also adjust the strength of the timing impact in the groove settings window, but it also allows me to go to values past 100% for a more exaggerated feel. I can also control to what extent the dynamics of the groove is applied to the MIDI. When you get a groove from a clip, the note length is also recorded, although that's not really applicable here with drums. Lastly, we have random timing, and this will introduce real-time random shifts in position, allowing you to subtly or heavily humanize the MIDI data to create a more organic and living performance. I use this on acoustic drums a lot. Finally, your groove can be saved to disk, allowing you to choose the location on your hard drive, as well as a name. This can then be opened again either by pressing the folder icon in the Groove settings window, or on the Groove channel itself. And then of course you could either navigate to it in your file system, or using any shortcuts that you have set up in your favorites. The factory sound bank comes with a bunch of Groove templates, so these are well worth checking out. Let's pause again and use this time to experiment with applying different Groove channels to sequencer and note lanes within a project, and just get a feel for working with the ReGroove mixer.